Hello again, Mr. McCarran here, going to make some new videos about how to solve last year's Greenfoot task in the exam. So that this is the June 2015 exam. Now, I believe in your exam you'll be given a USB key with the files you need. So you will get something like called media release or something. Inside that folder there will be a PDF file with the exam paper. Okay, let me open this with Adobe Reader and let's scroll down through the tasks. Task 1 HTML, task 2 is the pseudocode algorithm, task 3 is the Greenfoot task. Okay, so here is the task. It's very similar to the one we did for the pizza boy, the same style questions. Okay, now let me open up the scenario, which I believe is in this folder. No, it's in this one, media release. And we open the project file, is the Greenfoot, the main Greenfoot window. Okay. Now, I've noticed a few things about this scenario already before I started recording. I'm not convinced what I was given here by the exam board is exactly an empty game, because if I open these classes, there's a lot of code already in these classes. Okay, I'm going to go through what is happening here in these methods, but there's a lot of code there already. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is what you will see in the exam. If it is, it's good. If it's not, then you can do it yourself. Okay, now, but we'll go through this in these next videos and see what all this code is doing. But just to be aware that maybe you'll be given something like this, there's a lot of code already there, which might help you, I think, anyway. So that was the iceberg. Here's the ship. Okay, let me explain the scenario briefly. There's, well, I guess you can see from yourself here, the world is an ocean. There's a counter, an iceberg, and a ship. So thinking back to our previous work with the categories of classes within Greenfoot, I think we can identify already which ones are which here. So let me open this document, Greenfoot scenario structure, and we can see what do we think in this scenario is the world, the player, the prize, the enemy, and the counter. So let's call this the June 2015 exam. Okay. And in this game, the world is the ocean. Okay. Ocean. The player, we can tell from the exam paper which one is which. So the icebergs are going to turn and move randomly. So they are going to be the prize. Okay. Actually, I'm just thinking they could be an enemy, but let's leave it as prize for now. We'll see what they do in the next questions. So the icebergs turn and move randomly. So for now, I'm going to guess that's the prize. The ship moves in the direction of the arrow keys. Okay, so that is obviously going to be the player category, the ship, right? Now, is there an enemy or is the prize the enemy? Edit the ship so it breaks an iceberg when they collide, right? So the ship hits the iceberg, it removes the iceberg. So that's indicative, that tells me it's the prize. Add a sound which plays every time the ship hits an iceberg, okay? And add a counter and edit the ship's code. The counter displays how many icebergs have been broken, removed from the world. So that's like giving 1 point to the ship every time it hits one iceberg. So that's the iceberg is definitely a prize in that case. And in this scenario, there's no enemy. Okay, so look at this. I wrote prize. That should be iceberg. Obviously, I'm sure you all spotted that when I made that mistake. And the enemy is not applicable. Okay, and the counter is just the counter. Right, so here are our categories, and that means we should now know what we have to do in each of these classes, okay, based on what we had before, right? So the first thing to do is open the scenario. We've done that. Populate the world with a ship and some icebergs, okay? So let's do that. Now, we do that, of course, in the world class, which in this scenario is the ocean. So we're going to populate the world. Again here, it's given us some methods to use already, which I suspect I'm not sure actually whether you will have these or not in your exam release. Actually, just notice it has these comments here, which suggests maybe you will have this in the exam. Okay, because I'm sure a student wouldn't have typed in these nice comments in their exam paper. You don't have to. They're totally optional. You don't need to. So we have here the prepare method. So this, when you start the game, it's going to do this ocean constructor method. It has this prepare method, so it's going to go from here down to here. We don't actually need that at all. Okay, populate. You can use that if you want to, but we just need one method to do this. You could use populate there if you want to, but there's no real need. Prepare is absolutely fine. So for now, I'm going to delete this method and use prepare instead. So in the prepare method, we're going to now make some new objects. I'm going to make iceberg. Okay, iceberg 1 equals new iceberg. Okay, semicolon. Let's save that. Save, compile it. Remember, it's good to save and compile after every line. Okay, so I've made the iceberg. Now I have to add the iceberg to the world. Okay, so iceberg 1. Let's put the iceberg at 200, 200. Okay, Control S, save, Control K, compile. That's worked okay. I'm going to actually move this down, and let's do the player before we add the prizes. So the player in this game is called ship. Now, I don't like this at all. It's got a small s for ship here for the class name. That is not standard Java programming practice. Java classes should have a capital S. Okay, so here that small s is bad practice. Now, again, I'm not sure if that was done by a student or by a teacher possibly as well, or it was given by the exam board. I'm going to put that to a capital S, right? In the exam, I'm hoping you will see small s, a capital S there, or a capital letter for the class name. So compile that. That's good. That means nothing else has been affected by that change of that one letter. Okay. The class name should have a capital letter, by the way. Okay. So I just fixed that. Now, the reason we have a capital letter for the class name is because the object name, ship, has a small letter. If I didn't change that to be a capital S here, I would have had to put small s and a small s. A small s for that ship, the class name, and a small s here for this ship, for the object name, and that's not clear. Okay, I think that actually would work, but it's not clear. It's much better to have a capital S for the class name. Okay, so ship equals new ship, and then I'm going to add that. Oh, I didn't compile. Save it. Control S, Control K, compile. Add object ship, comma, put the ship at 100, 100. Okay, let's save that. Of course, we can compile this and then go back to the world. We should now see these objects on the screen. I've only got one object there. Why have I not got my iceberg? Hold on, is that the iceberg, or that is an iceberg? Why didn't the ship appear? Add object ship. Wait a minute. Maybe it's the coordinates. Aha, they're both there, so it's not reading the coordinates correctly. Let me change these coordinates. That should have worked. Let me put a 10, 10 and say 200, 200. Save that, compile it. Still going to the bottom. Why is it doing that? Those coordinates. So the objects are being added, but they're not being added in the correct place. Why is it doing that? I wonder because this world is tiled, whereas before the world wasn't tiled. So that might be affecting the coordinates. Set background, blue ocean. Aha! I see. Look at this. This line here, 8860. I think 888. That must mean, I'm guessing by the way, maybe the coordinates of this world could be that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe if I make, maybe the coordinates only extend from 0 to 8 in this world. So if I do that as 2, 2, and 1, 1, save that, compile that. Yes, okay. So that's worth learning, that the coordinates in this world are very different to the coordinates we saw in the Pizza Boy game, because I didn't put a background on the Pizza Boy game. This background is tiled, 8 tiles across and 8 tiles down. So the coordinates are 1 1, 1 2, no 1 1, 2 1, 3 1, 4 1. Yeah, this is 2 2. Oh, sorry, another mistake. That's 0 0 0. Okay, let me just put the ship at 0 0 to see. That should be the top left tile in this game. Save that, compile it. Yeah, so 0 0. That'll be 1 0, 2 0, etc. Let's put this to 1 0. Save it, compile it. Yeah, 1 0, 2 0. So the coordinates here have changed in that the maximum is 8 8. Okay, so let's put the ship at 0 0. Put the icebergs at different coordinates going down. I'm going to just copy and paste this code quickly. Okay, and change the object name to be iceberg 2. Make that iceberg 2. Change the coordinate to be 4 4. And then let's add a third. Save that. Compile it. There should be 2 icebergs now. Did I compile? Oh, there we go. Compile. I missed out the semicolon. Save it. Compile it. Okay, so that's 0 0 2 2 4 4. The next one, let's make one more iceberg. Iceberg 3. Okay, at 6 6. Save that, compile it. Okay, there we go. 3 icebergs, 1 ship in the world. So that actually is enough now for the task B here. Populate the world with a ship and some icebergs. That's enough for that task. Okay, let's stop this video and we'll do task C in the next one. Thank you.